What's up, meme wars? Memeing, warring. What are you eating? Cereal?
No, I don't eat cereal. What kind of nutrition is in the cereal? Zero.
I
Nothing
don't
good in
know.
cereal.
I bought cereal at Trader Joe's. I'm told that all things at Trader Joe's are healthy, except 90% of what you buy,
Except the cereal.
and
Yeah.
all the candy. They have so many candies there. It's so hard to shop at Trader Joe's, and they're all
At least
seasonal.
the samples are back. Thank God.
Yeah, that
You
sucks
know,
for
those-
Costco though. Sucks at Costco because all the idiots bring their idiot children and just let them feed. They just graze around and stop.
I don't go to Costco. It's too far away. It's like good 15-minute drive. I'm not going there. Fuck.
It's worth it to go to Costco. Well, whatever. This isn't a commercial for Costco. We don't know them anything. Well, welcome to Meme Wars. We're just me and Rico today. Odie had sadly a personal issue, so we'll send him lots of love, hugs and kisses.
Someone shaved his mustache. And not. He passed out, and someone nared his mustache off.
It was the day of the global day of jihad that was called. Affected Odie directly, and somebody came up and shaved his mustache off.
If that was the terrorism that they all planned, the world would not recover. If everyone just got half their mustache shaved,
or even worse, one eyebrow.
Right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Blame that one.
I've been tracking it. So today is the day of jihad. I've seen nothing except like one report, a teacher in France got stabbed, which is too bad for that teacher, but he is French. Her. So that's a bonus. That was the only thing I've seen. And I kind of expected that to be the only thing because most people that are not stuck in Palestine are not going to go out of their way to attack random folks in a situation that is vastly better than where they came from and go straight, either get deported or put into prison or killed. Not a lot of incentive there.
No, good for me because there's not a lot of uprisings here in the suburbs of Cleveland. So
no, more here in Hawthorne. There. I do have a comedy show tonight though, so I don't know. Any number of jihadis could show up to that.
Hey, as long as they're paying customers.
Yeah, it's really the numbers skyrocketed all of a sudden, and then they went down to zero. Weird.
We're not gonna check for best at all. Bring all of it in.
The objective have to make it. Boy, Brian really bombed at the comedy show tonight. But
maybe you should bring a fake bomb.
I mean, that always goes.
See how it goes.
Yeah, always goes everyone in public places. I just start yelling Allahu Akbar as I race into it with my bomb vest. I won't shave. Like I look very terroristy right now. I got like my hair growing, my beard got out. I got to shave it down.
You know, the guy in Homeland was like a ginger, and he was a turncoat.
That's
gross. A ginger terrorist. I mean,
what's the point of being a ginger terrorist? You have no soul. You're not going to go to heaven and get 77 virgins.
That is true. They didn't explain that to him in the show.
He must be getting all pleasures on this earthly realm. Otherwise, there's no incentive.
I don't think gingers get that either.
No, that's true.
What do they get? They get sunburned.
Apparently, they get to whine about being prince and not king. That's what gingers get. They get to marry. They get to marry horrible bitches. Like Meghan Markle.
Well, hey, fuck him. I don't know. I don't care.
Fuck him indeed. Well, we don't have to talk too much about Israel Palestine. This is an upbeat show. I did notice though. So I have a few memes about it. So we're going to talk some memes and we're going to talk about gambling. So we're mushing together our Degenerate Gamblers show with this one since Odie's not here and I have stuff to do and I'm too busy to do 2 shows and post 2 shows. So that's what we're going to do. We'll talk a little gamble, talk a little memes. But I did see that one of the things everybody on the internet was talking about was that these 40 babies got beheaded, which on its face sounded like complete and total horseshit. And sure as shit, we now see it is completely confirmed. Even CNN, they had said on air, they're like, well, the Israeli government confirmed it. I'm like, no, they immediately walked that back. It's unconfirmed completely. And yet all you see is people going, they beheaded babies. This is why we have to raise Gaza. It's just the
People,
propaganda and
there's
people
no
doing
hope.
stupid shit,
There's
man.
really no hope for this world. How easily duped people are, and then they just don't look at anything but a fucking headline.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, man, there's no point in trying. Really, there's no point in trying to like have an informed discussion because people are just dumb, and it's
dumb, and nobody questions anything. Like I said, there's a war on critical thinking. That's the war that's going on. There's a complete war on anybody stopping and thinking about whether or not anything that they're reading, they're hearing, they're watching makes sense. Who benefits from it? Why
it
it's happening.
doesn't make sense, and it's like no one brought this up. Where Biden's like, we need to send aid to Israel. Like, why?
Yeah, for what reason?
Do they not have? Are they a poor? No, they're not poor. They're going against a bunch of ragtag, bunch of terror. Like, what do they need from us that they don't have themselves?
Exactly.
Yeah, just send them money. Like, why? Like,
yeah,
sure.
exactly right.
Like, we don't want this to happen to people, but you're a militarized society. What do you possibly need from us? Nothing. Nothing. Right. We're $33 trillion in debt. How much in debt are you? Much.
So, if any, I don't even know. Are they in debt or not?
I read a stat where we're 84 times more in debt than them. So I don't know what 33 trillion divided by 84 is, but probably a lot less.
Well, it's probably Netanyahu's wife they're probably in debt because Netanyahu's wife is lending out money from the treasury and making a massive profit on it. Because then it always he's constantly in trouble because his family's always spending the money, and then somehow he stays in power. I don't understand their system. I don't fucking get it.
It makes no sense. I mean, nothing about it makes sense. It's like no one stops to question how the CIA and Mossad didn't have any idea this was coming.
I know.
No chatter. Then what do you exist for?
Right.
To overthrow American presidents? Okay, well, I don't think we really need you for that.
Yeah, amen, dude. That's just fucking ridiculous. Well, let's do our memes first, and then we'll get into our gambling, since I don't know how many people are tuning in for the gambling talk versus the memes talk. Probably everybody for the memes, since I'm going live with this right now. So I'll share a meme with you, Rico, that I took great pleasure in. It is from the Babylon Bee. I've got 4 of them to share, but this one kicked off the Global Day of Jihad, as we were talking about. I thought it was pretty funny, where Ilhan Omar is traipsing down the stairs in her reindeer outfit and with the Palestinian flag in the background. And the comment here says, Ilhan Omar wakes up early to see what present she got for Global Day of Jihad. That's just good stuff. Good stuff from the Bay. That was one. Let me pull up another one. Oh, I got to find my email I sent to myself of my memes here. So the other one, I'll change tracks and then go back to the Global Day of Jihad in Israel. I thought this is pretty funny. It's from The Rabbit Hole, and it is Pinocchio, but Pinocchio is a chick. And he goes, damn it, I'm a real woman now. And Jiminy Cricket goes, oh, sure. And he goes, look at my nose. I ain't lying. And he's looking at his nose, and his nose isn't growing. He says, sure. And he says, get back here. But then you see Jiminy Cricket slowly edging out in the frame because he's sitting on top of Pinocchio's giant growing lying dick. Good stuff. Good stuff in the gender wars, which, by the way, I don't know if you saw. I'll tell you a joke I'm telling tonight on stage, that the UK, it's going to be fantastic. So the UK had put out a statement from the head of the new head of their health system, saying we're no longer going to be using this non-gender language in hospitals, like birthing person and, whatever else the horse shit is. He goes, no, we're going back to woman, mother. And I said, well, that's awesome, especially because the good news for the trans people is in the UK, cunt still applies to everybody.
There you go. Not bad.
Not bad, right? Not bad. Oh, there we go. Joe, our most dedicated watcher, says they are $392,857,142,857 into debt. Thank you.
I don't know that That number doesn't make sense.
That doesn't. I can't be correct.
It ends in 4 digits. How is that possible?
Oh, I said trillion. I meant billion. They're 392.
No, but I'm saying the last
billion
4 on the right. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's less than ours.
Fractional reserve debt, Rico. Fractional reserve debt.
I guess I don't understand it.
Yep. All right. Next one I will bring to your attention is from this is posted by Shoe on Head, but I don't know if it's her meme or not. It's an adjusted meme. This meme's been around forever. It is the meme with the kids in college or high school gambling on a lobster fight. But in this instance, you've got one teen labeled Boeing, one labeled Raytheon, one labeled Northrop Grumman, and they're screaming at the lobsters, one of which is Israeli teenagers and one is Palestinian teenagers. Gambling, rooting them on, throwing money. Accurate.
I mean, these aren't that clever though, right? Because like I just saw the one with the guy walking down the street with his girlfriend, and then he like turns his head. It's like Ukrainian is the girlfriend, and then Israel is like. I mean, I get it, but it's not like that creative. It's you're not just slapping labels on shit.
I agree, and honestly, Rico, I thought about this because I tend not to post obvious shit on my Twitter. Right? I'm like, it's a waste of time. Anybody could say it, but yet I've been rethinking that. I've been rethinking my strategy, and I think I'm just going to start putting blatantly obvious shit on there because apparently people go on Twitter and all they want is somebody else to say blatantly obvious shit that they can retweet. So I'm like, why not me? Why not me?
Yeah. Well, just make up shit.
Yeah.
Like, you'll run with it. It's verified.
Yeah. Joe asked if Rico knows how memes work. 50-50. No, well, you're halfway there. All right. And my last one here, this pertains, I'm sure you saw this. And this is why the title of this episode, Rico doesn't know it, is titled Holy Wars and Endless Propaganda for Everybody. And it is Lindsey Graham. Somebody adjusted the headline on CNN, but it's Lindsey Graham weeping at the press conference he gave. And it says, Graham, we must bomb the entire world.
I think that's a good meme because
that's a good
meme. It's true.
I mean, this fucking guy, man, comes out here. He's weeping and saying, he's like, yeah, we're in a holy war. I'm a Christian. We're in a holy war now. Let's get in this. Like, what the fuck are you talking? You're in government. Number one, you don't speak for the nation, right? Because of your religion, you don't speak for the nation. And what kind of psycho shit are you doing? If you're using the same rhetoric as these people you're calling monsters and animals. And let's not forget, most of the most terrible atrocities in the history of our entire humanity, our population, were committed in the name of religion, right? You remember the Crusades? He wants a new crusade. That's essentially what he's calling for here.
Well, I think he thinks bombing the entire world will make him not gay, and then he won't hate himself. I think that's what he's going for.
Let's see what they say now, sailor.
Some people become alcoholics to hide themselves in the closet. Lindsey Graham just declares war on the world.
Well, it's funny.
Everyone's got their own coping mechanism.
Yeah. Well, also, people are like, well, let's send Lindsey Graham to the front lines. He's probably like, that sounds lovely.
It was funny. I was watching one of the Tucker on Twitter things this week. I forget who he was talking to, but it was about Israel, and it was when he was talking about Nikki Haley talking about how we have to wipe out and Iran.
Yeah. Yeah. Iran, by the way,
lunacy. It's
quick
so
tidbit,
crazy.
All these people are saying Iran, the $6 billion given to Iran, directly funded Hamas. And the White House, by the way, said we have no evidence of that whatsoever. There's zero evidence of that. Just FYI.
Well, in what if the U.S. can fund Ukraine but not be in a war with Russia,
right?
And even if Iran funded Hamas, same mathematical equation, they're not at war with Israel. So I don't know.
American exceptionalism, Rico.
Yeah, but yeah, at the end of it, he's like, yeah, like Lindsey Graham, Nikki Haley's like, I know all of those people, and not one of them have a normal sex life. I'm like,
yeah.
What do you know? I want to know more.
I banged my way through all the ranks.
Ending on this because it's really got interesting right now.
That's it. That's all the memes I had. I only had those 4. I didn't want to make you look up memes on short notice / no notice. So
nor would I have, even if you asked.
Well, I figured that much. So as I can't remember, did I talk to you guys after I immediately threw out my back this weekend?
Again?
Running? No, I can't remember what show I told you on. But I was just sharing with the audience here, though. I think we talked about it on Boring. But yeah, this weekend threw my back out running a 5K instantly within one step.
Oh, yeah.
One step in, threw my back out.
Well, you sent me a picture of a girl's ass. I don't remember.
I did do that. Well, that's what kept me going. I saw you. I ran for 2 miles, and her looking at her ass in front of me is really what kept me going. And then, then she got too far away, and I was like, "It's time to walk. I can't do this."
Well, that was my question: is if she was fast?
I mean, she was Asian, so no.
They can't drive fast. They can't run fast. They can't see very well out of those narrow eyes. I mean, what can they do?
They can take over Taiwan while we're not paying attention. If they were smart, that's what they would do.
They are smart. That's their redeeming quality.
Clever bastards. All right, well, let's get into some football gambling. As I told you guys, I have been killing it. I mean, just fucking. I'm already. It's like week 6 coming up. I'm $660 up on my initial 200 investment, which is fantastic. So it's ironic that I still am not doing great in our overall pool here, but we'll do our picks. I'll give everybody an update on where we are as far as standings. So our league, by the way, if you guys are just watching, you can, this is a league that we always run for our paid people at patreon.com/Lions of Liberty or lionsofliberty.locals. It is a league, and it is, at this point, I am still in the lead, 73-50. Menifee coming up, 2 behind me, and Buckeye Blitz, 3 behind. Not bad. Let's see. Fetterman's Lump is second to last. Tender Vigilante moving up to 6th place. Rico, you're doing all right. So,
and what? And is this college? No, I don't
That's
care
college.
About college.
All right. Well, let's give our picks. What are your top few picks in college this week? What do you like?
College? Well, why don't you go? Because I got to pull up the line.
All right, I'll go. What I like is I do like Ohio State to cover against Purdue. They're getting 19 or giving 19.5. They're playing at Purdue, but Purdue has just been awful. So I don't see Purdue putting up too much of a fight. I like Iowa State at Cincinnati getting 5.5. And I like Washington giving 3 versus Oregon. It's at Washington. They're 2 offensive teams, but I think at home, Washington will have the advantage here. So those are my 3 for this week. I also like one more. Oregon State at home against UCLA. They're given 4 points, but I think they're just a way better team.
Yeah, I agree with the Washington one. Their offense apparently is really good. I haven't watched any of the games, so
even though Michael Penix looks like he is a noodle-armed dork.
He's a guy from Indiana who controversially was said to have made his 4th inch. Do you remember that against?
Oh yeah, against Penn State when he clearly was knocked out of bounds.
Yeah. So, and then Miami, the all-time dumbest. Losing a game when all they had to do was kneel. That was insane. I like USC plus 2.5 on the road at Notre Dame. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. USC has a really good offense. I think it would be a lot better than Notre Dame's offense. It just depends on if their defense plays at all. And I don't really have any feeling about any other game because I really don't watch that much college football. So.
All right. Other than Penn State, dominant Penn State, who will destroy.
They're not even on the board because
it's because it's a UMass. I don't even know what the spread is. Probably 40 points. Yeah, easily. All right. Well, let's go to college, or let's go to NFL. Then I am still, as I said, doing great in my couple picks I'm doing, but overall not ideal. Odie's still in the lead, 42-20. I am now in 7th place, and the Tender Vigilante Rico's team is in 4th, 35-29. Still winning records all along. I would say I didn't really like that many games this week, though. There's a couple, I bet on Kansas City last night and I won. I think I like Seattle getting 3. I just think they're a better team than Cincinnati right now. I like Houston getting 1.5 at home against New Orleans, and I like the Eagles. Otherwise, and I don't even have that strong of a feeling about Seattle. So really, it's Houston and the Eagles. The Eagles are given 7 points against the Jets, but I don't see how they possibly don't cover there. Their defense is way better. Their offense is way better. That's all she wrote.
Well, I disagree on the Bengals Seattle. I think Bengals at home. They looked good last week. It's 1:00 Eastern time game for Seattle on the road. It's never usually good. We'll take Bengals. On the other hand,
The Seahawks also, remember, are coming off a bye week, so they also had a week to prepare and get healthy.
So who else had a week to prepare and get healthy was the Cleveland Browns. And in turn, I love the San Francisco 49ers. I love this because I could feel that Watson wasn't going to play on like Monday. They didn't officially announce he's not playing until today. But he didn't practice on Monday. I'm like, this fucker's not going to play. So I put a bunch, and the line was only 4 at the time. And I'm like, San Francisco is going to kill them. And so I put a bunch of money on it before the line moved. And now I think it's 10. It's off the board on this. Yeah. But it was 6 when I put my pick in. San Francisco's going to win by 20. I mean, it really depends on if Kyle Shanahan wants to rub it in, which I hope he does, because I can't stand the Browns organization. I like the team, the coach, the GM, the owner can go fuck themselves. They're terrible. Hate them so much. They make me so angry. I can spend the next 4 hours telling you why they make me angry, but you don't have time. So I hope Kyle Shanahan, who used to be the offensive coordinator for the Browns, and I don't know if you know this, he had a 33-point PowerPoint presentation he gave to the owner as to why he let him go to another team.
That's passion.
It is. He wanted to get out, and he did a really good job. And he gave a presentation on why they need to let him out of his contract, and they did.
I'm terrible.
Fucking idiots.
Wow.
And you know who else was on that coaching staff? Mike McDaniels. Only the Cleveland Browns could have like the top 2 fucking coaches in the NFL. Like, nope, you guys are good to go somewhere else.
Terrible. Well, the Eagles are good, so I like what they're doing. Big fan.
And I like the Eagles -7. I don't even think that Daniel Jones is playing. I think I heard that too.
So. Oh no, it's the Jets, not the Giants. Zach Wilson.
Well, Daniel Jones isn't playing for them either. There we go.
Weird. The Jets issued that report, but they're right. They're right. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. Those are the picks. We can wrap the show there. Nice and tight this week. So meme on, everybody. Rico, best of luck in your gambling efforts. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Remember to subscribe. All right. Toodles.